Welcome to ExelAcademy. Our children are growing up into a world that does not yet even exist. Yet traditional education still prepares them for a world that does not. You know you want something different for your child. You know your child deserves to be empowered with the skills they need for a world ever changing. So here at ExelAcademy, we have a curriculum that never stops evolving. We have a curriculum to offer your child that is personalized and filled with real world skills that will empower them to be confident and competent in a world that we don't even know what it looks like. So we're not only teaching academic skills and those that you can measure on a test, we're teaching skills that will enable them to be thinkers, creative designers, entrepreneurs, and mature and empowered communicators with those all around the world. What if, in fact, the first 17 years of their life were not wasted? What if, in fact, they felt that every day was energizing, empowering, fun, and interesting, and a day that sparked their curiosity, imagination, and they felt that the academics that they were learning were personalized to their pace, their language, their starting point, and directly speaking to their interests, their flow, and never shaming them for not being at an expected level or bored because what's being taught is something that they already know. But in fact, they're able to push the tutor to another higher level or to something that really interests them or challenges their ever learning brain. At ExelAcademy, our education is rooted in purpose, bringing out the superpowers of your child, enabling them to understand their relevance and know how they impact their community because of the skills that they hold. And we learn that through engaging in real world quests. Between 8 and 30 weeks, your child has the opportunity to take on a real task, develop a business, solve a social challenge that they're seeing in their community, and then use skills that are academic driven as well as life skills or soft skills that we now know are the most important skills needed for life, and hone them, rehearse them, practice them in real world situations, even from the youngest of children. This is not about bringing traditional school into your home. This is turning education completely on its head and giving your child the opportunity to learn the skills that they'll need in adulthood right from young. By engaging in real world projects, being part of the community, and being responsible for solving issues, developing something for real, presenting to communities, they become masters of what it is they're trying to learn. They have time to explore, get it wrong, go back and find a solution, refine their ideas, master something that actually becomes useful to themselves or others. This is not just about coverage through a curriculum. This is not just about compliance in order to achieve well in school or achieve well in a grade or a test. This is about real deep understanding so that they actually spend their first 17 years gaining skills needed for real life. Every child deserves to belong. We don't strive to become, we value who we are. Every child understands why they belong. Through community projects, through connecting with students around the world through our online platforms, they every day grow a greater understanding about why they're important, what skills they bring to the world, and their uniqueness adding to projects empowers them with self-confidence, self-love, and a deep understanding that they matter now, that they are enough, and that we need them as part of our team. When we know our purpose, when we know our relevance, and when we know our own superpowers, we walk into the world with confidence. And when we're confident, well, we can fly and we can be anyone we want to be. And that's what we give to children here at ExelAcademy. Learning should be fun. The first 17 years of a child's life should be beautiful and engaging and creative and allowing time for them to revel in the things that make them smile and make them engaged and energized. Here at ExelAcademy, learning feels like an adventure, day in and day out. They want to come back because they are part of something. They're developing real projects. Excel Academy is underpinned by a 20% to an 80% split. 20% spent on learning academic facts through our Excel tutor bots, and 80% of the day practicing those, rehearsing them in real world projects in real time with real people, creating real solutions through deep and engaged projects. And this is where the magic happens. It's learning that comes alive and learning that is relevant and meaningful. Here at Excel Academy, we embrace the use of AI. Our Excel tutor bots are really genuinely quite impressive, and we're so proud of the personalization in teaching that they offer to our students. And just imagine your child able to go at his own pace or achieve her own goals, setting them at the beginning of term, saying, this is where I want to focus my time and energy. This is what I want to learn in order to enable me to meet my life goals and enter in to creating my own world rather than it being dictated for us. We follow the 80-20 rule, meaning that actually you really only need about 20% of the learning day focused on academic. If it's at your own pace, if it's at your level, if it's personalized to you and interesting and really helping you to understand those complex concepts before you move on, then you can learn and get through the curriculum much faster than your typical standard traditional model. Then, of course, that leaves 80% of the learning day left over, given real time for our young people to focus on those complex life skills that need to be rehearsed to deeply understand the concepts that they'll be using in their adult life. The Excel International Curriculum is pulled from 3 main curriculums: the UK curriculum because of its academic levels and rigor, the International Baccalaureate for its project-based learning ethos, and the Finland curriculum for the fact that it's non-linear. So it gives children the opportunity to dip in and out of those concepts without having to go down an extreme list. I've stripped away anything from the curriculum that in fact you can learn better by doing, and the Excel tutors are programmed only to deliver academic information on things that you really must be taught. That gives more time for the doing, and the other academic skills are laced into the quests, forcing the children to rehearse and practice and use them in real time. And of course, it's globally portable because we are an online school, so the children can access this anywhere in the world they choose to be and at any time of day, giving real autonomy to your child to take control of their own learning and academics. And one aspect we're incredibly proud of is the admin deck that you will have direct access to. You'll be able to be truly part of your child's learning journey, being able to see what they're doing, what they're learning, how they're progressing, what they're loving and not loving, time they're spending on different subjects, as well as all the evidence of their abilities, their progress, and their growth. This is, of course, very unique and something that you don't get in traditional schools. And of course, we are very, very proud to be able to bring you in as a co-educator along with us. Your teenagers will leave life ready. They will know their place in the world. They will know their superpowers and their skills. And they'll also know how to do adult stuff. So they won't have to then spend the first 2 or 3 years in their career learning all the things that they need to use within their jobs. Practical skills such as finance and budget planning, or project management and creating action plans or business plans, or running their own business and starting one up from scratch and thinking about all that needs to be understood, from marketing to social media to identifying your customer avatar. And the list goes on. And not to mention those really important life skills such as critical thinking, global communication, time management, maturity, deep understanding of how to use technology tools, how to engage with others outside of their culture. These are the skills that CEOs are looking for. And in fact, they're not looking so much for those with top grades in an exam paper. Rather, they're looking for humanism, maturity, and all the skills that we've listed out that we are so proud to be spending most of the time empowering your child with. Excel Academy is a future thinking school. We want to empower your child with what they need to design a world that we don't even know exists. And they're going to have a lot of fun doing it. We are very happy to have you on board with us, and we really look forward to working in close partnership with you throughout this journey. And please feel free to contact us at any time. And we really welcome you to be part of the learning journey with your child, even get involved in the quests with them, and take on that role of coach and mentor alongside us to truly empower your child for life. We look forward to working with you.